Hey, welcome back. We talk a lot about solar energy and its environmental benefits, which are obviously huge. But today, we're going to look at it from a different angle, the incredible economic power of the sun. Turns out its financial impact is just as bright. So, let's just start with a question. Could the sun power more than just your lights? What if it could actually power your wallet? What if harnessing all that energy could directly benefit your bank account?
Because that's really the story we're telling today. This is so much more than just putting panels on a roof. It's about money, it's about jobs, and it's about building a way stronger economy for everyone. So let's break down how that all connects. Okay, so here's the roadmap. We're going to start with what it means for you, personally. Lower bills. Then we'll scale it up to see how it helps out businesses. And finally, we'll look at the big picture, how it actually fuels job creation and growth for the whole economy.
First things first, let's talk about the most immediate, tangible benefit, the money you can save. This is where solar gets really personal right in your own wallet.
So how exactly does this work? Well, on one level, it's pretty simple. You're generating your own power, so you're buying less from the utility company. Easy enough. But here's the really powerful part, tariff protection. Think about it. Your electricity cost becomes fixed for more than 2 decades, while pretty much everyone else's bills are going to keep climbing year after year. And for businesses, it gets even better. By slashing those super frustrating demand charges for using energy during peak hours. Okay, but what happens if you make more power than you can actually use? That's where this really cool concept called net metering comes into play. This is basically how your solar panels can start earning you money. Let's walk through it. Imagine a super sunny afternoon. Your panels are probably cranking out a ton of electricity, but you might not be home using much of it. Well, that extra power doesn't just disappear, it gets sent right back to the grid automatically. And in return, the utility company gives you credits. And this is the key. These credits can totally slash your bill, sometimes all the way down to zero.
So, you're saving money every single month. Awesome. But the financial benefit, it doesn't stop there. This is where we start to scale up, and we see how this simple saving builds into something much, much bigger, turning your home into a valuable long-term asset.
Real estate studies are super clear on this. Homes with solar panels just sell for more. And it's easy to see why. A buyer isn't just getting a house, they're getting a property with guaranteed lower operating costs for decades to come. It's basically a revenue-generating asset that's built right in. Plus, let's be honest, in today's market, energy-efficient and eco-friendly homes are in high demand, making your property way more attractive and ultimately more valuable.
And that's exactly the point, right? A solar system isn't just a utility. It's a modern upgrade. It's a feature that basically screams to potential buyers that this home is efficient, it's forward-thinking, and it's financially smart. And don't go thinking this is some high-maintenance asset you have to worry about. Solar panels are incredibly durable. They're built to last 25, even 30 years with very few moving parts. The upkeep is so minimal, we're talking just 1 to 2% of the initial price per year. It is a truly reliable long-term investment.
Okay, so we've seen the benefits for your wallet and for your home's value. Now, let's zoom out a bit. What happens when thousands, even millions of homes and businesses go solar? Well, it becomes a seriously powerful engine for jobs and economic growth.
The solar industry creates a huge range of jobs. You've got people in factories making the panels, engineers designing the systems, and of course, the skilled electricians and installers putting them on rooftops. But it doesn't stop there. For the next 25-plus years, you need technicians for operations and maintenance. That means stable, long-term, local employment. It's a real engine for small businesses and entrepreneurs. And what's really cool about this is the scale. Because solar is decentralized, these jobs aren't all concentrated in one city or one factory. They're created everywhere, in every region, in rural communities and urban ones, basically wherever the sun shines. All right, let's scale up one last time to the biggest picture of all, the national economy. We're talking about energy independence, stability, and really securing our future.
Just look at this comparison. On one side, you've got dependency on imported fuels. That leaves our whole economy vulnerable to price shocks and political conflicts happening thousands of miles away. The costs are unstable and totally unpredictable. Now look at the other side. Solar offers independence. The fuel source, the sun, is local, it's free, and it's not tied to volatile global markets. That creates immense stability and economic resilience.
And then you've got these hidden economic benefits that we barely even talk about. What happens when a city has cleaner air? Well, we spend less on pollution control. We see lower public healthcare costs from things like asthma and other respiratory illnesses. And by using existing rooftops, we can generate massive amounts of power without ever touching natural habitats. These are real, tangible savings for all of us.
So we've seen the benefits at every single level. But what does it all boil down to in cold, hard cash? Let's look at the ultimate return on investment.
All right, let's talk numbers, because that's what really matters, right? For a homeowner, you're looking at a typical annual return on investment somewhere between 15 and 25%. Now, to put that into perspective for you, the historical average return of the stock market is around 10%. So yeah, this isn't just a good investment, it's a great one, and it's powering your home at the same time.
And for businesses, the numbers are even more compelling. When you start factoring in things like higher commercial electricity rates and tax benefits, the ROI can jump to an incredible 20 to 30% annually. For a company, that is a massive competitive advantage. But what about that upfront cost? How fast do you actually see these returns? Well, for homeowners, the system typically pays for itself in just 3 to 6 years. For businesses, it's even faster, as little as 2 to 4 years. And just think about what happens after that payback period is over. You are generating virtually free electricity for the next 20-plus years. So, from your personal finances to your property's value, from creating local jobs to ensuring our national energy security, solar delivers powerful economic returns at every single level. It's an investment that pays dividends for absolutely everyone. Which leaves just one real question. What are we waiting for?